So in this video, I'm going to share with you this long barrel curling iron that I have from Bionic and how I did this glam wave style with this curling iron, and just kind of share with you just a different way that you can curl your hair if you're kind of stuck in a rut with your hair and curling it the same way, like the traditional way of going all the way back with it and kind of doing just like the soft down like beachy type waves. This is just a different way so that you can see what a glam wave looks on you. So if that interests you, continue watching because it's coming up right now. So first we're going to start with this long barrel. Can you see this? This is a Bionic long barrel curling iron. This is in the 1 inch. They have a 1.5 and a 1.25 inch. So if you find that you can't get your hair is too long and you can't get it all the way around a regular size curling iron, you will love this. This is by far one of my favorite irons, okay? And like I shared in the intro, we're gonna be doing like a glam wave style. This is not like your typical curled back style. This is more of that S pattern style. So I'm gonna show you how to curl your hair. It doesn't take that long either to do with this curling iron. First, we're gonna start obviously with the heat protecting. Every time you put heat on your hair, just go in there and spray it. My hair is already prepped, I already blew it out. It's actually, my hair is like, I want to say it's 2 days now old. It's 2 days since I've washed it. So it's a good time to curl your hair when you have a little bit of, I don't know, leftover spray on your hair. Rather than saying dirty, but really it is dirty. Really it is dirty, but you know, it does take a better curl than when you've just washed your hair and it's super clean and it just won't hold anything. All right, so what I do is I will clip my hair up. I'll take one of these clips here, put this right on top of my head. And you could do this with any curling iron, right? I could do it with my beach waver, but this one I just really wanted to show you a different iron that I had that you might be interested in. And if I need to go in there with more curl, I'll go in there like so. And I'll take this long iron, and instead of going back like this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up and you're gonna do almost like a roller set, and you're gonna come under with it. And you're gonna bring all that hair under like so. You don't have to go right up to the scalp. So it should come down, and it should sort of come down this way as opposed to back. I'm gonna go take the next section. This does not have to be perfect either. And then we're just gonna, you can see like with this long, I can grab from the back, just go there, take that iron and bring it all the way up and get all the way under, and then bring it like this, the iron, as opposed like that. Come over here. So it's like, I do like 4 across. Again, we're gonna come up, we're gonna grab it, gonna come under, and we're gonna bring it down like so. And just watch your ear. Up and come under like so. I'll show you the back so you can see kind of like how it should look. So really what you're doing is you're just taking the iron and you're using, just making sure you wrap it around like this as opposed to like this, okay? But it does give it a really, really different look, you know? So if you're looking to change up, I don't know, just your style a little bit, like it's a good option to just curl your hair a little bit different. And you could do this, if you have really short hair, you can do it too. It'll give it a totally different look. Spray it, you do definitely want to put the heat protecting it. Ooh, that's my cat. My cat, did you hear that? I have an old senile cat, and she she gets into all kinds of stuff in this house and knocks it over. I don't know what she's doing. She's like, really, I find her doing the craziest thing. She goes up on my counter and she just like bangs at glasses if they're there and just like knocks them down. I don't know why she's doing that. And she just started doing it. I don't know. Do anybody have cats out there? Can you help me? She's like 20 years old. She's like down to like nothing. She weighs like, at her highest, she weighed like 8 pounds. No, she weighed like 12 pounds. Then she went down to 8. Now she's down to below 6. So yeah, so she keeps losing weight on me, but yet she's eating and she's getting into things. Pets are great, but when they get old, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch anybody get old. I'm kind of losing it. It's gonna be me. I tell my kids all the time, like, it's gonna be me, you guys. Oh my God. No, I shouldn't say that. That's not even funny. Although I grew up with having a lot of old people living with us, right? As a child, grew up and had, it doesn't seem like that's popular anymore, but like I had my grandmother lived with us part-time. She would live with us like 6 months out of the year, and then she would go and she would live with my mother's sister for the other 6 months. And she was great. Like, I learned so much from my Nana, I really did. And then we had an aunt that lived with us who was, she lived until she was 98, God bless her, and she was great. But when they got older, they just so many funny things that you just, like, you know, you would have to laugh because it's like they're gone somewhere, right? And you have to just love them for where they're at that point. I mean, you can't get upset because it's just part of it. And my daughter always laughs. She goes, well, you're not gonna let me do anything for you. Like, I don't want you, like, put me away somewhere if I'm acting crazy like that. Like, just put me somewhere. Or, I don't know, take me for a walk and push me off of a cliff. I don't know. I shouldn't laugh about this stuff. I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are on aging. I mean, we all think about this stuff. Oh my God, am I gonna be like that? So I just did this makeup look. It's a finished shooting. It's a glass makeup look. If you're interested, I'll leave it linked below. You can check it out. All right, so you get the picture, right? Like, I'm just yakking. Now I'm gonna pull out this front pieces. Now, I don't like my bang area to look too, like, glam wavy. I just like the rest of the hair. So I was right. She was knocking over the coffee pot in the kitchen. All right, so I go around here again. This just reminds me of, like, the old 40 glam wave. I should say 40s. Like the S pattern, like a finger waving pattern. If anybody remembers finger waving. I mean, I learned that in cosmetology school. Finger waving, like, I remember thinking, like, why are we ever going to use that? Like, because it was such a hard skill to learn. But it wasn't about that. It was just more about using your hands and your fingers in a different way. So I don't know if you can see. I'm going to go up underneath here and grab that piece. So this Bionic iron is great. It has, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 6 settings, right? It goes off automatically, so if you forget to turn it off, it will shut off on its own. It's a clip, so, and they just hold up really well, and they just really do a nice job of curling the hair. Everybody that I know, every artist that I've worked with who has purchased that iron loves it. So now when it comes to the front, I'll just kind of go in here. Like, I'll leave this bang area out. Like I said, I don't like that being too flippy of a curl. I just kind of like it being the way that it is, like, probably right about now. Curl this piece under. So again, just take it up, pull, make sure you get those ends in there, and just curl it under. Now I'm going to throw in my extensions, which I would curl them prior to putting them in my hair. You could do either or, whatever you like doing. But you can see that they already have that curl in it that I want. I'm gonna go right in here. I'm really just trying to show you a different way to curl your hair. So then I do think that it's important to have a wide tooth comb like this, and just kind of, and I'm gonna show you. You just take this and kind of, so it's just a little bit fancier than it would have been, like, the way that I normally curl it, like when it's all just going back and I only do like 3 curls on each side just to kind of give it a lift. This side, it just kind of gives it a bouncier S-type pattern curl. Now I do feel like I need to touch up this a little bit. And what I would do is I would come up and just kind of give it a little bit of a bend like so. This piece here, it just needs a little extra help. Okay, so if you do like more of a polished look, Hairspray is going to be your best friend for this look. And you can simply just take the curls and place them. So I kind of don't like it too neat looking. And then just kind of follow the way that that pattern is going. Okay, and you can come down, and I kind of lift up a little bit with my comb. You can see that that gives it a little bit more of a defined look. And then you can take this front piece, if you want a little bit more height here, and just kind of blend that in so it kind of follows. You're kind of like molding the hair, right? Just to kind of make it look more polished looking. This hairspray is good, or the Super Clean is really good by Paul Mitchell. It has, like, you can spray it and then you can still work with it. It doesn't get really sticky. Just kind of fill in. And then you really want to just kind of follow the curl, go through the pattern. See how it kind of like cleans up there? And then like this piece here that wants to keep popping out, I would just take my finger, take a little spray, and kind of spray that in there. So it behaves itself and falls right in there. And then you can kind of lift it up too if you like it more pulled apart. And then I always kind of like take this front piece and kind of bring it in, take my finger, see what I'm doing here? Like it's almost like it's a hair clip, and just kind of squeeze that together. And that kind of keeps it down. And that kind of gives it a little bit of a different look there. I'm gonna kind of follow that pattern too. And then you can also take your can of hairspray, right? This is another trick. And use that as a tool to kind of press the curl in there. See how that's kind of pressing that in there? Spray it a little bit, take your hairspray can and go in there and just kind of scrunch up that curl. And use the can as like almost like an iron. And you can also use it to, like I see I have some flyaways over here. So we're gonna go in and just kind of follow it where the pattern is, like use it as like a roll, just kind of in there in that pattern, just to enhance it a little more. Now, this is entirely too neat for me. I like it just like with my hands run through it, but if you like more of a polished look, I get that too. And you can always take your hairspray, take the can, any flyaways, just take your can and roll, spray it first and then take your can and just kind of run it over the top. It'll just kind of comb them down. All right, let's see the back. The same thing with the back. It's gonna be hard for me to see, but I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna spray it a little bit. Then I'm gonna kind of feel like where the curl is and just take that can and kind of roll it through where that pattern of the wave is. There you go. That is my finished look for the glam type wave on, you know, shorter hair, like, you know, just a kind of a different look if you like to use a curling iron. So guys, this is the finished look on the Glam Wave curls. Let me know if you plan on trying this at home. And if you're also interested, there's a guide in my description box below, which will have all of my favorite skincare products for glowy skin and hair care products for healthy hair. If you're interested, just gotta grab that, and it's in the description box below. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you gained any value, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.